Let's play BigKick. Hello music creators, Mike here, and in this video we are going to check out BigKick, which is a plugin that you can use to create and shape your own kick sounds for your music. So let's dive in right now. Alright, so let's just dive right in. This is the interface of BigKick by Plugin Boutique. I will leave a link in the description if you want to learn more about it. But first, you have these two attack layers. So you have sample 1 and sample 2. Then you have a body layer. This is the main sound of the kick, and it's synth-based by all these features. And then you have a master setting for level, and if I click here, you get this saturation effect for the body layer. So let's just start by clicking the sample 1 here. If I activate it here with this button, you can see the sample right here. And if I play it now, any key, doesn't matter where I play, it's just a one shot of this sample here. So you get all of these samples included, like so, right? But you can also buy expansion packs for them. Now, the two samples up here are mainly adding the punch and the click and attack snap in the sound, while the body is the lower fundamental of the kick. So you have this, for example. That's why you see the settings here are a high pass filter, so I can make it clicky instead of this. I just want that click. And then let's click on the next one, this sample 2. Let's mute that for now. Activate this. It's another sample. Right? Some more punch. Let's use this one. Okay, so that's a good start. And what you also have, high pass filter, I always want to keep it at least over 100 hertz because that's the main lower frequency of the bass drum. Let's go with 160 or so, and then you can also choose the decay here, which is how long it is. You can make it super snappy, like so. But it doesn't make sense to have both of them as this clicky, in my opinion at least. So let's use the click for that, and let's add a bit more sustain or decay in this. So that is both those samples that take care of the upper, higher range of the kick. You can mute them if you want, like so, if you want to get into the body section, because this is really the meat of the kick drum. As you can hear, you get that low body. Here you have the attack settings, so you can make it have that click in the beginning, but since you use the attack settings or samples here, you can leave that out and start like 10 milliseconds in, like the default here. And you can also use hold and decay to make it, you can even see the waveform changing to make it more punchy, like so. And let's see, you can also go and change the settings here, the pitch curve basically. Here, you can see what happens. And the curve. So you can have it start with the snap. You can see the frequency start and the time for it to go down. And what most of you will appreciate, in my opinion, is this. You can actually set the note here. Or you can, of course, choose the exact hertz. Of that final sustain. Or just use the note, G1. It doesn't matter which key I hit, it will be the G1 here. So let's increase this a bit. All right. And then finally, you have the saturation effect, so you can add some saturation drive to this kick. But let's keep it low. Do the dirty mode. Just a hint. Okay, and then now, once you're happy with this, oh, by the way, you have the body mode here where you can use original or tough, which basically beefs it up in this case. But just let's go with this warm original sound and then add sample 1 to get that attack punch, and sample 2 as well to get that punch and kick. And now this is too high, so I would probably decrease the gain of this. So make sure you select it first. And then you can adjust the gain. Okay, I will probably go way down. Okay, so that's basically it. Super easy to use, but very efficient. Now, some bonus tips I have for you is on mouse over, if this plugin is activated, this screen here, just mouse over and you will get a little info. So you can actually learn what everything does without even diving into the manual. I love when developers add that. And finally, my most favorite bonus tip here is you can load your own samples. This is the synth engine for the body, but on these samples here, listen now. Completely different sound. Why? Well, because let's turn off everything. On sample 1, instead of using the main ones here, that you have the bank and so on, I just click it on load sample. Make sure you have selected sample 1 or sample 2. Load sample. And then I went into my own samples and just went for my stomps I recorded. Here, stomps. This folder here shows that. And let's just listen. This is the stomp sound. Okay. Now that entire folder is here, so I can just... Okay, so let's use that. Yes, let's apply the high pass and decay. Right? Then for the second sample, you can go select that, load sample, go to another. Of course, you can use, if you have your own kick samples, this is a great way to use only the samples. You don't need to use the synth engine in the body section. But I want to go show you that you can do more than kicks. So let's do a deep impact. This is from my own Epic Hits sound pack, by the way. And by the way, now I have, of course, the high pass. Let's see if we can get that now. And let's reduce the decay. A bit of a high pass. Let's go here and add a bit more decay. And then let's add the body right into it. Right, so now you have a completely new sound, not really a kick drum. But it's an easy way to do some more one-shot sound design, especially if you add anything outside of this. For example, let's add a big reverb just for the sake of it and see if we can make a cool long hit. Oh yeah, and you can do whatever you want, of course, outside with insert effects. But that is BigKick, simple and easy. The only downside I find personally is that it's a very tiny interface. So I have you cannot draw it out here, and there seems to be, at least I haven't found any way to make it much bigger. And since I'm using a iMac Retina screen here, it's very tiny and I sit about 1 meter from my screen. So I have to strain to see what's here. If you have your screen closer, it might not be a problem at all. Or if you have a screen with lower resolution than this. But just be aware of that. Other than that, it's super easy and fast to use. You can use your own samples and create your own kick sounds from scratch. Even to the tonality of the kick drum that you want, so you can tune your kicks to your music productions. Now choose which video you are going to watch next, or you can check out the amazing bonuses in the video description.